Hello guys, I'm going to read you a story called Finn, MacCool and the Giant's Causeway. Chapter 1. Long ago, there lived in Ireland a mighty giant by the name of Finn MacCool. Finn MacCool was taller than an oak tree and stronger than a dozen oaks. He was brave and kind, but he was also proud. I'm the greatest giant of them all. Who would boast? There is no one who can beat me. Across the sea in Scotland there lived another giant. This one was called Angus. He was huge and strong with an angry red face, and everyone feared him. One day Angus was told Finn's boasting. When he heard that Finn was the greatest giant of all, Angus flew in rage. I am the greatest giant, he roared. I'll teach Finn a lesson he won't forget. Angus strode angrily to the shore. He looked across at Ireland, cupping his hand to his mouth. He bellowed, "Hey, Finn MacCool, come and see what a real giant looks like, you great baby." The breeze carried his words to Finn, and Finn heard them was standing on cliffs, on country and trim. He roared back, "All I see is a giant fool." At this, Angus shook with anger. If I could only get across to the sea, he shouted, "I would teach you a lesson you'd never forget." "That's easily done," Finn replied. He tore a great rock from the cliffs and hurled it into the waves. The first stone of the giant pathway across the sea. Angus began to do the same, but as the giants drew closer to one another, Finn began to worry. He was getting tired, and Angus did look very big and very strong. So Finn hurried home to his wife, Ona. She was not big or strong as he was, but she was very clever. He told her all about Angus and the path across the sea. Ona sighed. "Finn," she said, "you're being a big baby." "I'm not being a baby," Finn said. And Ona put the baby's bonnet on his head. "You are now," she told him. And she gave him a nightgown and made their bathtub look like a giant cot. "Lie down," she told Finn, "and leave Angus to me." Soon there came a loud knock at the door. Iona opened it. There stood Angus, his face redder and angrier than ever. I've come to see Finn, he growled. No, Anona's about to come in here, but come in. He's hunting, but he'll be back soon. Are you a friend of Finn's? Anona asked. No, snarled Angus. I've come to show him that I'm stronger than he is. Really? Said Anona. A little fellow like you. Little, said Angus crossly. I'm the biggest giant there is. Anona smiled. I don't mean to be rude, but she said, but you're hardly bigger than Finn's baby. And she nodded at the eyes. Goo goo, said Finn. Angus looked at the cat. My, he said, what a big baby. Not really, Nona said. Not when you think how big his daddy is. Now Angus began to worry if Finn's baby was so big. Finn must be much bigger. Still, he said, Finn may be big, but he can't be as strong as I am. I'm glad to hear it, said Ono. I have a job that needs doing. If you're stronger than Finn's, you'll find it easy. I'm sure I will, said Angus. I am glad to hear it, said Ono. I'd like you to turn the house around. Angus started turn the house around, he said. Why, yes, said Ono. Finn always turns the house around. At this time of the day, I like the sun to shine at the door. Angus gulped when he is outside and took hold of the house. Then he heaved and heaved, and very slowly he turned the house around. In his cot, Finn felt the house move. He put his thumb in his mouth and sucked it, worrying Angus must be very strong to do such a thing. At last, Angus finished turning the house. There, he said proudly. Well done, said Ono. Now you can do it faster than that mine. Angus' face fell. But that wasn't bad for such little fellow. Ono went on. You must be tired now. Come in and have a snack. Chapter 3. Angus went in and sat down. Nona gave him a cake. She had just made it, and it was still hot. Try this, she said. Phil likes nothing better than one of these cakes after he has been working hard. Thanks, said Angus. He took a big bite, but Angus didn't know that Iona had baked a stone inside the cake. Ow, he yelled. What's wrong? Iona asked. I broke my tooth on your cake, Angus howled. Really, said Iona, you must be very soft teeth. Finn loves this cake. So does the baby, she added. She gave a cake to Finn, but she wasn't careful to give him a cake without a stone inside. Finn ate 3 big bites. More, he said. Mommy, more. Angus stared. That baby must be very strong teeth, he said. Oh no, not really, she said. Not when you think how strong his daddy is. You can feel them if you like. So Angus put his hand inside Finn's mouth to feel his teeth, and Finn bit as hard as he could. Angus yelled with pain. Just then Iona said, I hear Finn coming home. Angus' red face turned pale. If Finn's baby was so strong, Finn must be much stronger. Is that the time? He said. I'm sorry, but I have to go. Angus fights Daddy, said Finn. Not today, Angus said. Not Angus fights baby, said Finn. And he jumped out of the cot. Just then Ion said, I think I hear Finn coming home. Angus' red face turned pale. If Finn's baby was so strong, Finn must be much strong. Is that time? He said. I'm sorry, but I have to go. Angus fights Daddy, Finn. Not today, Angus said. Angus fights baby, said Finn, and he jumped out of the cot. He was too much for Angus, and he turned and ran. Help, he cried. There's a giant baby after me. He ran all the way back to Scotland, tearing up the path, so that neither Finn or the giant's baby could follow. And Finn and his clever wife laughed and laughed, knowing that Angus would never again cross the sea to Ireland in search of the mighty Finn MacCool. If you ever go to country Antrim, you may see the few rocks that Angus left behind. They're still called the Giant Causeway, and they're one of the wonders of the world. Bye guys, I hope you like the story. If you want to read, go to Oxford Owl Book Band 8 Purple. Bye!